So I'm having second thoughts about what sort of locomotive to put on this layout. Although it's set in Europe, I think Mr. Hefner might collect locomotives from all around the world, and maybe he collects an English railcar, and this is a GWR railcar that's on it at the moment. Now, just going to give it a touch more power. It's got a bit more power now. Might go off the end because remember there's no electronic buffer stops on that at the moment. I might put some on the front piece of track. That's the most critical. Now I'm having second thoughts about this as well. It looks really nice and everything, but it doesn't fit. It takes up too much room. So instead I'm going to put a smaller station halt there. There's a wheels kit you can buy. It's just run off the end. It's got a little bit too much power. So just going to adjust that down. I've got the adjustment controls in easy reach. And there is the station in position. As you can see, there just isn't enough room for the car to get past. So I figured I need something different, and that is why I'm going to use the station halt instead. And this kit is much smaller, so the width of the platform is there. So that's good. There's plenty of room then for cars. Now I did get this, and this is a French railcar, SNCF railcar, a Lima model made probably in the 70s or 80s, and unfortunately it doesn't run well enough for this layout. This is an old Lima model, and this and the new Hornby model run really smoothly. You can see accelerating, decelerating, it's quite happy. Unfortunately this one just doesn't, it's not good enough. It hasn't got a good enough motor. I'm giving it a bit of a clean as much as I dare, but I've got to send this back to the person I bought it off of on eBay. Let's try it. It just doesn't want to know it's trying, but there's not enough voltage in this controller. I've tried it on another model railway layout. I can hear it trying to go. There's just not enough kick in the SS2A controller. It probably needs 16 volts for it to even stand any chance of getting that to move. 12 volts is not enough. I can hear it tensioning up. It's trying to go, but it just can't. And when I tried it on another model railway, it was almost full throttle. So yeah, the engine's just too old. It does function, just not on this railway. This railway needs finer control and less voltages than what this locomotive wants. Shame. The Picasso, as it was nicknamed because of its offset cab, has got to go back. It's offset like Picasso's noses and eyes in his paintings, so that's why this was called a Picasso. You notice that is 1/87th HO scale. This rail car is 1/76 00 scale. You can see the size difference. This is a little bit larger, but they both run on the same tracks, of course. I was considering putting the mechanicals of this into this, but it's too long, and I thought no, it wouldn't look right anyway. There's other things wrong with it. Why don't I just get one of these? So I might get another one of these and put this on there, a new one. This is an old Lima one. I think I'll buy a new Hornby one. So that's my thought at the moment. So I've put an extra diode in on the track nearest me as it needed that. The other two I don't think do. So now it looks like everything's good to go. I can now add the ballast and the Scenics to start to get this looking more like a layout. I think adding the scenic materials is a bit of an art really, and I tend to use autumnal colours, not very bright greens but very sort of washed out pale colours where I can, and add variation. And here on the camera it's going to look more blotchy than it actually is. It's a little bit more gradated than that. I can see on the camera screen it's looking quite blotchy, but it's not, it's more gradated, and that's the key. Now I've got some cinders and some tan coloured gravel. I might add some little elements there, but not too much. I don't think you want to overdo it with lots of different colours and things. Too much variation can actually go wrong, so just a little bit of variation is ideal. Someone wants some attention. Don't you see what I'm doing? So I've moved the layout round, and I'm going to use a water spray at a very far distance so I don't blow all this scatter all over the show. And that's just to wet everything down, and then I can add the water PVA mix 50-50, and that will really glue it down. I've already put the PVA layer under there, so that combined with the mix I'm about to add will really seal it. Although you can just add the 50-50 mix now. You can just lay all the scatter first and then add the PVA water mix, and sometimes you have to do it twice. There's different techniques really, there's no set pattern, so just do what is fine for you really.